Hey, what's happening? My name's Scott. This is Motivated by Mountains, and today we're going to be talking about a couple of different things that actually kind of have to do with one thing. First of all, let me say thank you to Austin from Side Trail Adventures. He was kind enough to tag me into a favorite gear brand or favorite gear company kind of challenge that's going on with some other YouTubers. That is what we're going to do right now. Okay, so like I mentioned, Austin was kind enough to tag me into this favorite gear brand, gear company challenge that's going on with some other YouTubers, which is really cool. So today I thought I would take the opportunity to talk about my favorite gear company as well as my favorite piece of gear that I used in 2019, since they kind of happen to be the same thing. And but I do want to point out, I went and checked out Austin's channel. He's got some great videos. I think especially if you're in the North Carolina, Virginia area, definitely check out his stuff. He's got some really good videos, and I saw one where he and his buddy knocked out a 19-mile day in some pretty nasty weather on the MST, and that's a pretty tough trail. So knocking out 19 miles is that's tough. So I got to give him credit for what I saw there. That was pretty cool. So go check him out. I will put a link down in the description to his channel. And so we're going to move on, and I'm going to talk about my favorite gear brand. So I think if you've watched any of my videos and trip videos, gear videos, you probably already know that I'm a huge fan of LiteAF. And right out of the gate, I just want to say that Chris and Lori, owners of LiteAF, I am friends with them, and I would hate for anyone to think that I'm choosing their company as my favorite, because I am friends with them. So a little backstory: I actually, I had LiteAF gear prior to knowing them and hiking with them and being friends with them, and that's actually how we became friends. Had some of their gear, loved it, started communicating back and forth a little bit as far as some of the details of the gear, and then became friends, and then started hiking together. And so that's the way that all worked. I loved their gear before we were friends. So got that out of the way. So that brings me to the next thing, which is, what is my favorite piece of gear from 2019? So it just happens to be something that I wanted to talk about anyway on the channel. It's my LiteAF Curve 35 backpack. By far the most versatile, most comfortable, well-made backpack that I've ever owned. And I've had quite a few. I've had quite a few other frameless backpacks. So I do have a pretty good basis for comparison as far as that particular style of backpack, that size, that volume, quality, and things like that. And I can't say enough good things about it. I love the thing. I got it right here. This is the Curve 35. Now I did do an initial video on this thing when I first got it, and I went through all of the specs of this backpack, every option you can do with Chris. Everything's super customizable. I went through all the weights, all the measurements, everything, and I will put a link to that video so you can check it out if you want to get all the details. But today what I want to talk about is not so much the specs on this thing, but why I love it so much, and why I think if you are looking for a frameless ultralight backpack, this should be one of your top contenders for sure, if not the winner, in my opinion. So the first thing that I love about this pack is the comfort. I think that's the most important thing, especially with a frameless backpack. I know a lot of people are kind of freaked out about not having a frame, so it's not going to be comfortable, and how are you going to pack it and all that. But this thing, when it's packed properly, which is not hard to do, is super comfortable. It has really thick and really well designed shoulder straps. The way that the shoulder straps are designed and the way that they're made is very different from any other pack that I've had. They more or less hug your ribs. And I don't know if any other way to describe it. The way that they come down, and the padding actually extends, instead of stopping here like on other backpacks that I've had, the padding actually wraps around your ribs and it just like hugs your body. So I have swam with this pack. I have run with this pack. I've obviously hiked with the pack. That's nice. I've been on rock scrambles with this pack. And I don't use a hip belt. And even swimming and on rock scrambles where you've got to have 4 points of contact and you're actually climbing, this pack just does not shift. Other packs that I've had in the past, whenever you tilt your torso over and you're moving, they tend to like rock around on your back a lot. And this pack doesn't do that. It stays put really, really, really well. And I think that's attributed to the fact that it wraps around your ribs like that. So super comfortable. Another thing for me is I prefer to hike all day, and I like everything to be accessible while I'm walking so that I don't have to stop and take my pack off. And this pack has all of that dialed in perfectly. So I keep my food in this pocket. It's a huge mesh pocket. Right now there's 5 Cliff Bars in there, and I'm pretty sure I could probably fit another, at least 1 or 2 more in there, but I just wanted to show how much food you can get in there. And that's generally what I do throughout the day is I pack up, all my food for the day, and that allows me to keep hiking and just eat as I walk. So that's really cool and accessible. I'm gonna pull all these guys out so that I can show you too. If you happen to be one of the folks that likes to carry your water bottle up front, I know that a lot of people like to do that. This pocket is plenty big enough for that. I wouldn't recommend carrying a liter bottle, which is what this is, but you can fit a liter in there. It's just a little tall, in my opinion. But a 700 milliliter bottle, being quite a bit shorter, just comes perfect. I mean, it's perfect fit if you do want to carry your water bottle up front. Otherwise, you can just carry it on the side in these pockets. They're also adjustable. Right here, there's a cord with a cord lock, so you can tighten them down if you've got a single bottle, or you can expand the pocket if you want to have 2 bottles. Say you want to put your cook kit in there, whatever you want to do, that's super rad. And the fact that I can just reach back and get all up in this pocket and do whatever I want, I mean, not only can I get my bottle out and put it back, but I can dig snacks out of that pocket. I can just, it's super easy to get into the pocket while you're walking, which is really, really important because my last backpack was not like that, and it was like a contortionist act to try and get into the pocket. It was pretty much impossible. So that's really cool. The other thing he's got available is a pocket on the bottom right here. Super easy to reach in there while you walk. You can put your rain gear in there. You can put additional snacks in there. You can just pull it right out. Plus, he put a little trash hole on this side. So you can take your wrappers and everything and shove them in that hole, and they can't fall out. And then at the end of the day, you just clean out your bottom pocket and you're done, which is really, really cool. So yeah, the pack is super comfortable, super versatile, super customizable. So all in all, just amazing pack. I'm gonna keep hiking with this thing. I love it. I love all the features. And LiteAF, my favorite gear company. Yeah, super rad. So there will be links to any and all things that I mentioned in this video in the description below if you want to check it out, as well as some other gear that I use. If you like this video, you like the information, and you want to hit that like button down below, that'd be killer. Subscribe to the channel. I'll have another video out soon. And once again, I'm Scott. This is Motivated by Mountains, and I will see you next time.
Yeah, there's tons of bottom. Go. You said you wanted to see some knee-high mud. You found it.